Now, from the news team that's covering the Carolinas, this is Channel 9 Eyewitness News Saturday morning.
Breaking this morning, a crash started on 485 Inner that ended with a car onto the road below. This is video of the scene overnight from our DOT camera there. The questions we are asking troopers right now. Plus, storms caused major damage across our area with trees falling across roads onto vehicles. The power outages people are still dealing with right now. Those storms did bring a cold front, majorly cooling down the temperatures this weekend. Now we're tracking just how cool it'll feel today. Good morning. We appreciate you being with us. I'm Elsa Gillis.
And I'm meteorologist Jacqueline Shearer.
And it really is going to feel significantly cooler today, even though it'll still be warm.
It'll still be warm, but the temperature is much lower than they have been. And the humidity also, as we move into the afternoon, kind of diminishes a little bit. Kind of hard to believe after all that wet weather that we saw last night. But here's a look at your wake-up weather. We are seeing those temperatures in about the mid to low 70s as we move into the next few hours. 9 a.m. still only 75 degrees with that 20% chance for those showers as we move through the morning. They'll taper off in the afternoon though. Last night, it was pretty strong, those storms. We got over 1.5 inches of rain in the Charlotte area. That's wetter than the entire month of June in Charlotte. I'll tell you, if we have more showers on the way, we'll track those tropics and we'll talk more about that cool down coming up.
Well, those storms ripped down trees, turned roads into rivers and neighborhoods into ponds across our area. And right now, thousands of people are still without power after those strong storms. Mecklenburg has the most outages with nearly 1,400. Duke did make a lot of progress overnight. At one point, there were nearly 3,100 outages. Duke has also made significant progress in other counties, including Catawba, Gaston, Lancaster, and Lincoln. Now in South Charlotte, a tree fell on Colony Road and a car crashed into it. And you can see how the tree trunk snapped right at the base. The road was partially closed as officials cleaned it up. Luckily, the driver was okay. In Lenoir, a man died after a tree fell on his pickup truck at Green Mountain RV Resort. Sidney Albright from China Grove was killed as he tried to leave the park. His wife and another family member were also in the car. They were taken to the hospital but are expected to be okay. In Indian Trail, 3 firefighters are out of the hospital after their fire truck flipped over. They were responding to a call about a lightning strike when it happened last night. It is not clear what caused the truck to flip. And back in Charlotte and Plaza Midwood, Chopper 9 Sky Zoom captured this video of the Briar Creek filled with rainwater. The rushing water was right up to the bottom of the bridge at Central and Masonic Drive. You can see side streets underwater as well. Now we checked with CMPD. We asked them how busy it was for officers during yesterday's storms. They told us between 4 and 6 p.m. they responded to mostly crashes and trees blocking roads. They say they responded to 9 road blockages Thursday, but 95 yesterday. Now, Channel 9 posted more videos and pictures of that flooding and damage from Friday's storms on our website, WSOCTV.com. Just search for this story. It's right on our homepage. Back now to breaking news in North Charlotte. Highway Patrol is investigating how a crash that started on I-485 Inner ended on the road below. This is video overnight from the Oakdale Road area from our DOT camera there. You can see officers on Oakdale investigating. We know medic took one person to the hospital around 1 this morning. Right now, Hurricane Beryl is still churning through the Atlantic. Those living in Puerto Rico are still recovering from Hurricane Maria and are now getting ready for Beryl. This is new video of people stocking up on food and supplies. The hurricane is expected to hit the Caribbean islands as a tropical storm late tomorrow night into Monday. Now this is new video overnight back in Charlotte of a house fire in Ballantyne. You can see firefighters on scene along Green Cane Drive. They told us an AC unit appears to have caught fire. It then spread to insulation inside the home. It's not clear if weather played a role in the fire, and thankfully, no major damage. Terrifying video. Armed men bursting into a Pineville Sprint store during a robbery. Deputies told Only anchor Liz Foster how they caught the suspects and why these crimes should make you think twice about buying secondhand phones online.
2 of the 4 suspects in this surveillance video from a Pineville Sprint store who threatened customers and staff with guns last week are believed to be the same suspects who robbed these 2 Monroe cell phone shops.
That's crazy.
This time they were caught after a Union County deputy spotted the getaway car in Indian Trail. After a high-speed chase and crash, these two men from Charlotte were arrested.
Hallelujah, amen, and let them stay in there.
It was the second time in just 2 days cell phone stores in Union County have been robbed.
Any rise in crime is concerning.
On Wednesday, 4 suspects, including 2 teenagers, were caught after robbing this Verizon Wireless in Indian Trail when customers were inside. All 4 suspects were caught after a 2-county police chase. Investigators say stolen phones are often sold online or on the black market, and sometimes unsuspecting buyers could have trouble with the stolen property.
You're putting yourself at risk, not only going out and buying stuff, but for your safety, but also for your money. You know, if you may be out of your own money, if you buy something stolen, it's not able to be activated.
In Union County, Liz Foster, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
While Pineville police told us they believe the 2 men arrested yesterday in Union County are 2 of the suspects they've been looking for, there are still 2 robbers who have not been caught. Today, a Charlotte teen will be laid to rest after she fell and died at Rainbow Falls earlier this week. Money Sue and her 11-year-old sister were at the top of the falls in Transylvania County Wednesday when they both fell in. Family members rescued her sister, but Sue was swept away. Yesterday, we spoke with a man she met at church who was like a grandfather to her.
My wife taught Sunday school. She told me yesterday she was her little helper in Sunday school when she was little.
Sue was just 16 years old and was making plans for college. Her funeral begins at 10 this morning at United Memorial Methodist Church. That's on Central Avenue in East Charlotte. CMPD arrested this man for attacking a man selling ice cream in South Charlotte. Ramel Mackey is 22 years old and he already has more than 30 separate arrests in the past 3 years. Tuesday, Toribio Alberto says he was working on Archdale Drive, and that's when he says 2 men pulled a gun on him, demanded money, then beat him. Police are still looking for the second suspect. The soccer coach trapped in a cave in Thailand with 12 players has apologized to their parents. The coach says the kids are all fine and the crew are taking good care of them. The team has been trapped in this cave for nearly 2 weeks. A plan to get them out safely could begin as soon as tomorrow. It would take advantage of the children's good health and their high oxygen levels in the cave. They're rushing against heavy rain on the way, though, which could raise water levels inside the cave and make it more difficult to escape. A former soldier and experienced diver in Concord told Channel 9 navigating through an underwater cave takes special skills and training. Dr. Shannon McAteer with Seekers Aquatic Adventures says navigating the dark underwater is tricky.
You add in the depth of the water, you add in the currents, zero visibility. It's just an extremely tough situation, even for a seasoned cave diver.
McAteer worries the boys could panic, which could complicate getting them out safely. Now, Channel 9 is closely following the attempted rescue of the soccer team in Thailand. Click on WSOCTV.com and our social media pages for continuous updates. It is 7:07 now. Duke Energy customers might have to pay for the coal ash cleanup in a North Carolina river. Channel 9 has followed this spill since it happened 4 years ago. A major leak caused the toxic ash to pollute 70 miles of the Dan River. State regulators say customers could be on the hook for nearly $800 million of the $5 billion cleanup. The state attorney general is taking Duke Energy to court in an effort to stop it from passing along those costs. New this morning, at least 1 person is in custody after police say 2 people stole from a Walmart, then led officers on a chase. Our partners at the Morganton News Herald report around 5:30 last night, police responded to a Walmart for a larceny call. They say once they got there, 2 people jumped in a car and sped off. Police chased them to an old warehouse nearby where the suspects took off running. Now, this is a photo of where the chase ended. A judge won't rule until Monday on a Trump administration request for more time to reunite families separated at the border. The administration still needs to reunite more than 100 kids under the age of 5. The judge ordered the Justice Department to share a list of the kids by this afternoon with the ACLU. It sued the administration to force kids and families to be reunited. The hearing is set for Monday in San Diego. The Justice Department must have kids reunited with their parents by Tuesday. The status of several immigrant Army recruits and reservists is up in the air. Dozens of them were enlisted with a promise of citizenship, but they're now being discharged, putting their path to becoming an American in jeopardy. Several service members said they were not given an explanation as to why they got discharged. Others said they were told they were security risks since they had relatives overseas. A local immigration attorney in Charlotte says he hasn't seen any local cases of this, but returning home for those discharged isn't a good option for many.
What if you're from Iran or China, with whom we're just starting a trade war, or Pakistan? What do you do then?
The Pentagon and the Army said that due to pending litigation, they couldn't explain the discharges. Well, if you drive through Charlotte today, you will likely run across some construction. Gina Esposito breaks down the closures and how to get around them.
A couple of roads will be closed starting this morning. The first one on South Tryon here in Uptown. This is for some mobile crane work starting at 6 o'clock, ending at 6 p.m. tonight between Martin Luther King and 3rd Street. There are a couple alternate routes you can take, including taking Stonewall here to College up to 4th Street. The other road closure starts at 7 o'clock this morning. This is on Colony Road, impacting those northbound lanes at Carmel Road. It's for tree removal. Starts at 7, ends at 4 this afternoon. The detour that you can take for this one is to take Carmel Road up to Sharon View Road. I also want to let you know about this. This started yesterday, actually, some sewer construction. It's lasting until Monday at 6 a.m. This is on Hawthorne Lane. It's closed between the railroad tracks and Central Avenue. Again, you can use Hawthorne, the Plaza, Parkwood as your alternate routes.
It is 7:11 right now. Going to be a pretty nice day if you want to break from those hot temperatures. A live look outside from our Speedway cam. Meteorologist Jacqueline Shearer has an update on your forecast from Severe Weather Center 9.
Well, you know what? We get a little bit of a break from those hot temperatures, Elsa, but we also get a little bit of a break from the wet weather that caused some damage last night. A few more showers in the area right now, though. Here's a look right now at live early warning Doppler 9. We are just tracking a few more showers making their way to Albemarle as we move through the next few hours, but they're very light in nature. The highest rainfall rate that I saw was about 0.6 of an inch per hour, and it didn't last long. So not very heavy rainfall over there. And this one very similar. It's a little bit of a larger storm, so more of the area being impacted, but not a lot of severe threats with that storm. We do have some hurricanes on the horizon, though, some tropical storms. I'll have all those details coming up in just a few minutes.
A stream of smelly, leaking water is irritating some neighbors in South Charlotte.
Smells like sewage.
Ahead at 7:45, why they say it's not only a nuisance, but a major health concern. There is a new push for more training after 2 firefighters died in crashes as they responded to calls. At 7:30, the reason adding more training, though, could jeopardize your safety. A woman confronted and police called for trying to get to her own neighborhood pool. Next, the accusations of racial profiling now getting national attention.